Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I have some major breaking news coming out from the Gaza Strip. We've got reports that there's been a clash between Egyptian and Israeli soldiers on the border of Rafah. Now, this is huge news because there's been tension down here for quite a while now. We know that Egypt has beefed up their security forces on the border of Rafah to contain the Palestinian people and prevent them from coming into their country. And now we've got this report of this clash between these two militaries. The initial reports here are stating that Egyptian soldiers started firing on Israeli soldiers over the border, and that forced Israel to have to respond and fire back. Now all of a sudden we had a shootout, and we've got reports of one Egyptian soldier that has been killed so far, and 7 Israelis that were injured. And this is terrible news because Israel has been just making mistake after mistake after mistake. Just yesterday, I reported there was a major bombing inside of Rafah just late last night in the Gaza Strip, and they killed, like, I think the reports now are saying like more than 50 people have been killed in that bombing. Israel bombed a camp that was designated as a safe zone by Israel. So now there's a shootout happening between Egypt and Israeli soldiers, and this is only going to put Israel in a much worse position because many countries like the United States and many European nations have been calling on Israel to end this war, call for a ceasefire. The ICJ, International Criminal or International Court of Justice, called on Israel just the other day to halt their offensive. So this is just going completely sideways for Israel right now. They're making major mistakes, and now we'll have to see how Egypt responds to this. And I don't know. I don't think they'll respond in kind, but we'll see if their president responds aggressively here. They could definitely declare war on Israel, or you take some sort of military action in Gaza. I don't know. We'll have to see how they respond. But I want to go over this information here with you and get you some more from this report. So this is on the New Arab. Border clash erupts between Egyptian and Israeli soldiers. Injuries and deaths are reported. It says here, Egyptian and Israeli troops reportedly clashed on Monday at the border with the Palestinian city of Rafah. Egyptian soldiers stationed on the border with the Palestinian Rafah city had reportedly fired shots at Israeli army troops, with unconfirmed news that at least 7 Israelis were injured and 1 Egyptian soldier killed amid growing tension between Egypt and Israel. So regarding that real quick as well, I just wanted to let you know that when I was researching this and trying to find more information, I'm seeing lots of conflicting reports. So these numbers could change at any moment. I was hearing that there was 2 Egyptian soldiers that were killed. Then I'm hearing there's 1. And then we're also hearing that there was, more than 7 Israelis that have been injured, potentially more than just 2 Egyptian soldiers even killed or injured. These numbers could be much higher than what's being initially reported, considering this information is just coming out. So take it with a grain of salt for right now until I get a further update. So it says here, security source told the New Arab that the Egyptian military, following the incident, had stepped up security in and around the border crossing in Egypt's North Sinai province, seized by Israel earlier this month. The high-level source, who talked to TNA on condition of anonymity for not being authorized to brief the media, did not elaborate further, but said Israeli soldiers returned fire and then fired warning shots before fleeing the scene. So this was obviously a pretty major shootout from what I'm understanding. No further details were immediately available at the time of the publication, but unconfirmed reports said Israeli troops had reportedly withdrawn from the Palestinian side of the Rafah border crossing. The Egyptian military, meanwhile, has neither officially confirmed nor denied the incident. So yeah, maybe their officers were telling them to pull back immediately because there was a shootout, and they probably wanted to de-escalate the situation as quick as possible before there was a major, military engagement there, considering that this was obviously a shootout between these both sides. So again, like I said, this is major news breaking just right now, and we'll have to see how this plays out. There is more information here. You guys can read this. I'll cite it down below in the description for you, and you can read about this if you want to some more. But right now, that's the main details that we've got for you. So as far as we know, like I said, we've got 1 Egyptian soldier that has been killed during this clash, and 7 Israelis that have been injured. And again, we'll have to see how Egypt decides to go about this, and we'll have to find out the details as well. Who fired first? Was it Israel that fired first? Was it Egypt that fired first? Initial reports are stating that it was Egypt that did this first, but obviously they would have to have a reason for it. I would think that, if there's a border there had to have been some sort of security issue there for Israel to have to, fire on Egypt, or Egypt fire on Israel, vice versa. But I will pay attention to this very closely, because I'm sure we will find out some crazy information later as time goes throughout the day. And as soon as I find out, I will definitely update you all on this situation. But obviously, yeah, this is really bad for Israel right now, and they're just making some major mistakes over here with what's going on down in Gaza, and they're killing lots of innocent people, and it's going horribly for them right now. It's not going the way that it should be. And we're at a very dangerous point with what's going on down here. So I just wanted to report this to you, let you know what's going on. Again, I will update as soon as I can find out more information regarding this story. I'll keep an eye on it. So that's going to be it for this update. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you got something out of this update, please smash that like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.